Hi everyone, today I am discussing about nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are two, one is DNA, another is RNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, RNA means ribonucleic acid. So, what is the exact DNA structure and RNA structure today we will discuss. Actually, DNA or RNA exists with like this base, sugar, phosphate, and again sugar. Next on this base, again phosphate, next sugar, again here base. Like this, it is conjugation process. This is nucleotide. Totally this base, sugar, phosphate. This one nucleotide, this another nucleotide. Like if another phosphate is there, then this is also another nucleotide. This number of nucleotide in a chain, that is called polynucleotide. The polynucleotide is maybe DNA or RNA. Small difference is that deoxy, this is only ribose. Here deoxyribose, this is just ribose. Small difference is the remaining everything same. So this polynucleotide that is called nucleic acid, that is DNA or RNA. In this, only base and sugar if it is present, that is called nucleoside. Nucleoside. Now I will discuss about the nucleoside of RNA, another is DNA. First, in RNA and DNA, what are the bases present and sugar and phosphate. First, we will discuss about what are the molecules present in DNA and RNA. After that, we will discuss about the nucleoside. Now, we have here one sugar, sugar moiety. In this sugar, that is ribose. Already we learned about the carbohydrates. In that, glycerolide is the basic carbohydrate. After that, we will get the two, that is erythrose and triose. From erythrose 2 and from triose 2, total 4. In that, this is 1. So already I told how to remember the pentose sugar, that is RAXL. Like this, R, another shortcut is there. Ribs or extra lean. Ribs or, here I am writing not exact spelling, like this I am writing extra lean. So here R A X L, like this also you can remember. In that, first one, ribose, this is formed from erythrose. So erythrose structure, we know that top aldehyde and down CH2H, and both weights are same side. So ribose meaning here, this is similar to erythrose, only one extra carbon increase, that also weighs in all same side. So now I am writing this is Fischer projection of ribose, that is CH2OH, and this is OH, OH, OH. This is Fischer projection of ribose. Now this may be aldehyde, like this if you represent, then this will be pi bond shifted toward the oxygen. The lone pair on this carbon present OH will be shifted to here and form a cyclic structure. So when formed this cyclic structure, this O and H convert to OH, then oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-member. So now I am writing a 5-member structure of this ribose. This is a planar structure like this. This plane. This side is oxygen, remaining part is towards the observer. That's why this is denoted with the dark. Dark indicating that is near to the observer, and remaining part is away to the observer. So now this one is converted to OH. So it may be alpha or beta. If OH is same side to the cyclic oxygen, that is beta. And remaining part, if it is converted to OH, these are right side of the Fisher relation are down, then this will be down, this will be H, this will be again down, and this will be up, this will be H and CH2OH. And this is present in ribose. Generally, it is beta D ribose. Beta D ribose. So now OH is same side to the oxygen, that's why it is beta. If OH is down, is that opposite to this cyclic acid, that is alpha. Now beta D ribose only exists in the DNA and RNA. That formula I represented here, and this is generally denoted with the 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, this is 5 dash. Because already in basis number given, that is 1, 2, 3 number. If again giving 1, 2, 3, identifying difficult, that's why here 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash number will be given. So we know the ribose structure. This is present in RNA. So what is the pentose sugar present in the DNA mean? That is also similar to this ribose present in the RNA, but this position is H only. Oxygen is not there here. That is called second position. This first position, this third position, this is the fourth position. Then here H, CH2OH, here H, here OH. This is called 2-deoxyribose. This is also beta D. This is present in the DNA, this is present in the RNA. If you want, then this is present in the RNA here, this is present in the DNA. This is a pentose sugar present in RNA DNA. Next one is the nitrogen bases. What are the nitrogen bases present in the DNA? Keep in mind, this is the structure here. Hydrogen only present, and here hydrogen and OH. Generally, due to this OH are absent, this DNA molecule is more stable than the RNA because it may be undergo some nucleophilic reactions. That's why it is easily hydrolyzed and this unstable. In RNA is unstable compared with the DNA. DNA is more stable and it is very longer also and having the nearly 50 billion molecular weight. That's why DNA more stable than the RNA, and RNA it is called a copy of DNA when its purpose, whatever the work is there for RNA, if the function is completed, again it is easily hydrolyzed, it means destroyed. But DNA, it is long time exists. It is a medium to carry the genetic information from one generation to the next generation. That carrying identical or complementary basis from one generation to next generation is called heredity. That is called heredity. Or the similarity of basis in one generation to next generation, that is called heredity. This DNA and RNA present in the nucleus of the cell. Generally DNA present in the nucleus of the cell. And next, what are the nitrogen bases? Nitrogen bases are one is in DNA, another is RNA. In DNA we have adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, and next here also adenine, guanine, cytosine, but here uracil. Generally nowadays they are asking this question, which of the nitrogen bases present in the DNA, which of the nitrogen bases present in the RNA, or which nitrogen base is absent in the DNA, which nitrogen base absent in the RNA. Like this question will ask in the competitive exam. So these are called, otherwise I will write here, purine bases, another is pyrimidine bases. Purine bases are adenine, guanine, and pyrimidine bases are cytosine, thymine, uracil. It having two rings. One is 6-membered and 5-membered ring. It having only 6-membered ring. So keep in mind, in this one group is 5-membered ring is imidazole group. Imidazole group. This is remaining is 6-membered, here also 6-membered. They may ask the question, purine or pyrimidine having imidazole group. That is purine only having the imidazole group. So which having the two rings, that is purine basis, and pyrimidine basis having only one ring. So in that I will first represent about the purine basis. In the purine basis, first I will write the adenine. So if you don't know, then as it is write like a benzene, and later you can write the any other heterocyclic atom, a hetero atom. So here this is a hetero atom, here double bond, 5-membered ring, this line here again nitrogen, here double bond, here H. This is a 5-membered ring. Total adenine mean here NH2. The remaining you can satisfy with the double bond. Here double bond, then here double bond, alternate double bond, here double bond. So total it is aromatic, but it is weaker basis because this lone pairs are participate in their delocalization. That's why these are weaker bases, because that lone pair is not available for donating to the electrophile. Next, guanine. Guanine is also one of the pyrimidine purine base. So write like this, same as a benzene. Then here nitrogen, here also nitrogen, here double bond O, here NH2, and here will be imidazole group like this. Here also nitrogen. Next here H, here double bond. So already double bond, here single bond. Next double bond not exists, then you can write like a H, and here you can write double bond. Because if you write here double bond, carbon exists 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you write this is the 5th bond, that is not possible. That's why it is guanine, this is adenine. So these are two rings it having, that is purine basis. Next, pyrimidine basis. In that I will write the first is cytosine. Cytosine is 6-membered ring, only one. Here nitrogen, then here also one nitrogen, double bond, here NH2. Next here H, and here double bond O. So double bond, single bond. Next you can write here double bond also. If double bond not there, then here you will get the H. That's why keep in mind, sometime in complete structure of DNA we will write H also, because it forms the hydrogen bond wherever it is required. And next one, this is cytosine. Next one, what you call uracil also write first, because uracil structure if you write first, then automatically it is easy for thymine also. Here double bond, here double bond O, here nitrogen, here H, here double bond. This uracil structure. This is cytosine, this is uracil. Then what is the thymine structure mean? Extra here methyl group will come. That is a thymine. Thymine and uracil having the same structure, only in thymine one extra methyl group will become at this position. So here numbering will be start from 1, this is a 2, and this is a 3, this is a 4, 5, 6. And here also numbering start from here 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then here also number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry 6 here, and next 7, 8, 9. So numbering is very important here. Next, these are the nitrogen bases present in the DNA and RNA. So keep in mind, uracil only present in the RNA, thymine present in the DNA. Remaining bases adenine, guanine, cytosines both present in the DNA and RNA. So we know that now nitrogen bases, and already one ribose, that is deoxyribose and ribose both completed in 5-membered ring. The next one is phosphate. First one we know that phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid means what is that? H3PO4. So in that H3PO4, this is a phosphoric acid. It can be lost like this: H3PO4 converting to 2H plus HPO4 minus 2. Then this can be represented as P double bond O minus, and OH. If all hydrogens are lost, that time we can write P double bond O minus, that is called PO4 minus 3. Okay, this is generally utilized in our structure. That's why I wrote that HPO4 minus 2. All together joined, then we will get the nucleotide. Only sugar and nitrogen base added, that is called nucleoside. So now I am discussing about the nucleoside. In this nucleoside, what will be there here? Sugar and nitrogen base. Sugar and nitrogen base. Now for RNA consider. If you consider RNA, that is adenine plus ribose. Adenine, otherwise you can write ribose plus here adenine. Sugar, ribose, that is N, base means adenine. So it is called adenine, but nucleoside is adenosine. Adenosine. That's why in adenine, INE remove and add suffix OSINE. Okay, similarly, ribose plus guanine, then it is called guanosine. But this is for purine bases. For pyrimidine bases, that is cytosine, that this one remove and add IDINE, cytidine. For example, ribose plus cytosine, this is called cytidine. I think this was removed. Okay. Next, ribose plus uracil, uridine. These are the nucleoside. Next, this is in RNA. In DNA, what is the nucleoside? Same, but here ribose will be deoxyribose. Deoxyribose plus adenine. That's what is called deoxyadenosine. Same, every name is same, extra what you have to add? Deoxy. At which position this is? 2' position is deoxy. So we know that nucleoside. If it is nucleotide, then what extra will be there? Now this nucleoside I am just changing, that is nucleotide. Nucleotide. Now first I will discuss about the nucleotide. Ribose, then here what will be is phosphate. Phosphate, ribose, adenine. So it is called adenosine monophosphate. Simply it is known as AMP. Adenosine. This is adenosine. Extra what is it? 1 phosphate. That's why adenosine monophosphate. Okay. That's why name will be changed as adenosine monophosphate. Then it will be changed as guanosine monophosphate, GMP, CMP, cytosine monophosphate, uracil monophosphate. It means uridine monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate. Next in DNA, deoxyribose plus adenine. Here extra will be phosphate PO4 minus 3 I am writing here. Then its name also 2-deoxyadenosine monophosphate. Then it is known as deoxy AMP. Deoxy adenosine monophosphate. Next one is DGMP, DCMP, and DTMP, thymidine monophosphate. Here this will be small changes, not uracil. Here thymine will come, that's why it is called thymidine deoxy thymidine monophosphate. We know that what is the nucleoside and nucleotide present in the RNA and DNA. One I will represent because it is useful in your biology also and chemistry also, because sometimes they ask what is the ATP, adenosine mono AMP, adenosine monophosphate, ADP, adenosine diphosphate. Another one is adenosine triphosphate. So now I will only represent only AMP, ADP, and ATP. So we know that this is a ribose. This is ribose. Here nitrogen base. And here double bond, here nitrogen, here double bond, here NH2. Then here also double bond. This is nitrogen base, that is adenine, here H, here AMP, adenosine monophosphate, that's why here in RNA, OH will be there, and here also OH will be there, and here H, CH2, OH. If you know that phosphate, phosphoric acid, double bond OH, OH and OH, this is phosphoric acid. Here, this one is lost. Then when water molecule is lost, which is, sorry, one O will be left like this, one O is left here. So that I will write, water molecule lost means we will get here O. Next, if this is what you call, if H loss means negative, here H loss means negative. This is adenosine monophosphate, one phosphate is there. If it is linked with another one, P double bond O minus and O minus. How many phosphates are there? Two phosphates. That time it is known as ADP, adenosine diphosphate. Up to here, this is adenosine monophosphate. If one more is there, that time it is called adenosine triphosphate. From here to here, this is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So you may be studying the biology. ATP is one of the energy source. Why it is called energy source? Because due to this all negative charge, it is unstable and immediately it converts into other form. That's why immediately it releases the energy. When converting from unstable to stable, it releases the energy. That's why ATP is one of the energy source. Next, a primary structure of DNA. What is the primary structure of DNA? If sequence of nitrogen bases on backbone of the ribose sugar, that is called a primary structure. The primary structure I will represent here. This is pentose. Here this is 3-hydroxy. Now I am representing only DNA structure, not the RNA. So here H and here H, here H, CH2O, and here phosphate will be there. No need to write, I will write down also one phosphate. So now this will be linked with the, consider here H is there, and here also OH is there, CH2, like this. Then here we will get here nitrogen base, here HH, then here also H, here OH. Now we know that nucleotide, here base will be there, sugar, next what is there? Phosphate. So phosphate maybe here is there. If you take this one, here nitrogen base, sugar, and here phosphate will come. This phosphate already is shown in ATP structure also how it is formed. So now O, because this OH and phosphoric acid OH water molecule loss, here also OH and phosphoric one OH water molecule loss, then it will be P double bond O minus like this. So here one O minus will be there. So this is called ester bond. This is called ester bond. This totally here to here, this is called phosphodiester bond. Phosphodiester bond. This is one ester bond, here one ester bond. Totally two ester bonds are there with the phosphoric acid and alcohol combined to form ester. Total it is called phosphodiester bond. If you take one more here, then P double bond O minus and O CH2. Then here we will take like this. Then here also O H, like this phosphate bond will be there, H and here H, here nitrogen bases. So what are the nitrogen bases here? I will take one nitrogen base. In that, this will be, I will write some more because to show that double helix structure also it is possible. Here H nitrogen like this. Here double bond, then here also nitrogen. So here double bond is there, here also nitrogen is there. When it is H, here double bond, here N, H. This is adenine. If you take here guanine, then here also small change I will write here like this. Here H, here nitrogen, 9th position. That also one of the important question. Ribose bonded with the adenine at which position of this nitrogen base? This is the 9th position of the nitrogen base. Nitrogen here. Here also nitrogen. Next here double bond O. Here NH2 and here double bond O. Then here also H double bond, single bond. Then here will be a double bond. Next, I will write another one here. Opposite structure. This is 5 dash because number it is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is 9. This is 1 dash. This is a 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, this 5 dash. That's why this chain is a primary structure with the 5 dash. Next, if you want to represent the adenine complementary base is a thymine in DNA. So I will write the complementary bases. Adenine is complementary with the thymine. Guanine is complementary with the cytosine. Here double bond represented, here triple bond represented. This actually not covalent bond. These are hydrogen bond. If you want then dotted line also represent like this. Then these are hydrogen bond. Adenine form 2 hydrogen bond with the thymine. Guanine form 3 hydrogen bond with the cytosine, or cytosine form with the guanine. Thymine form with the adenine. So first represent the hydrogen bond. We know that hydrogen bond with this. Here also hydrogen is there. These are the hydrogen bond considered. Then we know the thymine structure. What is the thymine structure? Write like a benzene. If you write like a benzene, then at this position I will write the nitrogen. Then here double bond O. And next here nitrogen, because next hydrogen. And next here double bond O. Next here CH3. The remaining part, this is bonded with the pentose sugar. Like this. Then this will be hydrogen, deoxyribose, that's why HH only. This will be H, here will be O, and here phosphorus, double bond O, O minus, and here O, phosphodiester bond form. Down correct. Next H and CH2 O, phosphodiester bond will form. There is double bond O minus O, like this continuation. So adenine form with the thymine 2 hydrogen bond. Adenine do not form with the cytosine because it form only one hydrogen bond, because more number of hydrogen bond form, that is more stabilized, and its melting point also more. Number of hydrogen bond increases, their stability and melting point will be increases. So now here what is there? Here one double bond forever. Now this guanine. Guanine form hydrogen bond. How many hydrogen bond form? That is 3 hydrogen bond. So I will write the 3 hydrogen bond. So these 3 hydrogen bond with which one? Cytosine. So cytosine structure I will write first here. So what is the cytosine structure here? This is nitrogen. It means horizontal benzene type. If you write, this will be, this is a benzene type structure, cytosine. And here will be the double bond. Next here nitrogen. Next here double bond. Next here also double bond. Then here will be the NH, H, NH. Okay. So this is bonded here. When it is bonded with the pentose sugar, 1 minute, this will be written like this. H, HH, this will be like H, H, CH2O phosphorus, and here double bond O minus. So this is a double helix structure of DNA. This is number if you give, then this will be the 1 dash, this is 2 dash, this is a 3 dash, this is a 4 dash, this is a 5 dash. When it is folded like this, then it convert to 5 dash. When it is folded like this, it is converted to 3 dash. So double helix structure of DNA I represented only with a hydrogen bond, not all, only adenine, thymine and guanine, cytosine only I represented. This is a thymine, this is a adenine, this is guanine, this is cytosine. So how the hydrogen bond form, that also I represented, and how it is considered is 5 dash, this is a 3 dash, because this started with a 3 dash, this started with a 5 dash. So if you write the double helix structure of DNA, then one side is the 5 dash to 3 dash, another side is a 3 dash to 5 dash. But generally the reading of sequence of bases is always 5 dash to 3 dash. Keep in mind, in mRNA formation also, that is 5 dash to 3 dash, and also replication of DNA, that is also from 5 dash to 3 dash. That is very important. You will ask in the competitive exam. So now I am writing the double helix structure of DNA like this. So if it is already, now I denoted this 3 dash, this will be the 5 dash, and this is called 3 dash 2, this will be now 5 dash, this will be 3 dash. Now each turn of a nucleotide, consider this is one turn to next another form, other from here to here, consider each turn. This each turn of a nucleotide having nearly 34 angstrom distance. In this 34 angstrom, how many nitrogen bases will be present? Nearly 10 nitrogen bases, mean nearly 10 nucleotide. 10 nucleotides are present. If you write here, this is a phosphorus, this is sugar, and here base adenine, next phosphorus, next sugar, then this will be the guanine, next phosphorus means phosphate, this S means sugar, next sugar, again here cytosine, and again here what do you call phosphorus, it means phosphate, again sugar, then here we can write the thymine. Again here also same, it is double bond mean two hydrogen bond with the thymine. Here sugar, next here phosphate, next here sugar, then here maybe consider C, then here triple bond form, next to phosphorus, then here sugar, then here triple bond form with the G, that is guanine, double bond with the this phosphorus, and here sugar. Like this, these nucleotides exist how many? From each turn of a chain having 10 nucleotide. In between the two nucleotide having a distance 3.4 angstrom, and diameter of this DNA helix structure is nearly 2 angstroms or 20 nanometer. Okay, so this is very important award in competitive exam in biology also, and our chemistry also. I think 20 angstrom, this is not this, 20 angstrom. Okay, so now keep in mind these are parallelly like a ladder but anti-parallel. This is 5 dash direction, another is 3 dash direction. Anti-parallel of two nucleotide complementary with each other. So always keep in mind this complementary basis. Adenine is equal to thymine. It means number of adenine equal to number of thymine in DNA, but not in the RNA, because that is number of adenine is equal to uracil, but not number is exactly equal. Guanine is equal to cytosine, equal here, not hydrogen bond indicated here. Number of guanine is equal to number of cytosine, but this ratio or number of purine bases is equal to number of pyrimidine bases in species to species will be changed, but in one species that ratio will be in each cell will be same, that will not change. So carefully, once again I am telling that ratio of or mole fractions of this purine and pyrimidine bases will be species to species, or bacteria, human being, or animals, or any other consider, that species to species will be changed, but that ratio of one species in each cell will be same. That is a very important according to the Chargaff rules. So next, keep in nowadays the simple competitive exam questions what they will ask. What are the complementary bases? Adenine is complementary with the thymine in DNA. Adenine is complementary with the uracil in RNA. Guanine is complementary with the cytosine. Cytosine complementary with the guanine. It is both in DNA RNA same. And what is the each base pair distance, that is 3.4 angstrom. What is the each turn of the nucleotide, that is 34 angstrom. And each 34 angstrom, how many nucleotide will be there? 10 nucleotide will be there. What is the diameter of the this double helix structure? Mean 20 angstrom. Sometimes they may ask is changing the question, what is the radius of this double helix structure? So who is proposed this double helix structure? Mean Watson and Crick. But one time this question is asked in the competitive exam, who's proposed this double helix structure of DNA? So in every option is Watson and Crick is there. Four options for Watson and Crick. But in the JD Watson, FC Crick. And like this, these maybe small changes are given. This word is same is it, but these are only changed. So this is a difficult question for competitive exam. Everyone know Watson and Crick, but if the initials are small, changes are there, then automatically the well-known lectures also will confuse. So when you read, very clearly read about their name. And next, in the DNA replication, transcription, and translation. In our chemistry, not much more given about the replication and transcription and translation, but I will give a brief explanation about the replication and transcription and translation. What is the replication? It is a biosynthesis of daughter DNA or a complementary DNA with the original DNA. That is called replication. Replication means what is that? Biosynthesis of a daughter DNA. We know that this is like this. This is a 5 dash, this is 3 dash. A double helix structure unwind, it means it's open its base pair, then this will be converted to 5 dash and this will be converted into 3 dash. So when it is converted like this, otherwise you can write like this also, no problem. So this will be 5 dash, 3 dash, 5 dash, 3 dash. Then this will be 3 dash, 5 dash, 3 dash, 5 dash, up to here only come 5 dash. Then daughter DNA will be prepared with respect to this original DNA, parent DNA. That I will start from like this. I am not writing exact like this. So this will be from which direction? This is 3 direction. This is which direction? 5 direction. Always that daughter DNA prepare from 5 dash to 3 dash direction, 3 dash to 5 dash direction. In the not continuation, it is discontinuation. This discontinued nucleotide will be later joined together by the DNA ligase enzyme, but this will be continuation. That's why always in daughter DNA preparation is 5 dash to 3 dash direction. This is replication. So keep in mind only the thing is what is the replication? Preparation of daughter DNA. If it is like this a DNA structure, it has A and G and T and G and C and A and next T consider. Then what is the daughter DNA complementary basis? Then it will be the T and here C and here A and here C and here G, T and A. So these are the complementary bases for this is daughter DNA. So keep in mind this is a parent DNA if you consider, then this is a daughter DNA. P mean parent DNA, D mean daughter DNA. So like this question always they may ask, but keep in mind this is a 3 dash to 5 dash means this is 5 dash to 3 dash direction. Always daughter DNA prepared in the 5 dash to 3 dash direction. Okay, next transcription. What is the transcription? Transcription mean is a duplication of DNA. It means blueprint. Duplication nothing but this is replication actually. That is a blueprint of DNA. Here also the double helix structure we know. In this double helix structure, the nucleotides or the strand, this is called strand. The strands will be strand 1, another strand. Total 2 strands are in a double helix structure. The strands will be unwind. Like this is a already double helix structure. When it is unwind, then the base pairs will be open up. So in that one strand is called sense strand, another is called template strand. Template strand. So this template strand is forming mRNA because its template strand complementary another nucleotide form. That another nucleotide is nothing but mRNA. If you consider here, this is a 5 dash to 3 dash direction. Adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, like this consider. Its complementary is which one? 3 dash to 5 dash direction. So here thymine, adenine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, adenine, cytosine, next to guanine. Then it may be like this unwind. Yes, again guanine, cytosine, thymine, like this. Then here it is cytosine, guanine, adenine. Next thymine, guanine. Next, like this, when it is unwind, open up, then it start from 5' to 3' direction. That's why mRNA synthesis also in a mRNA synthesis also takes place in 5' to 3' direction. Here T is there. Otherwise, from here onwards, if you consider unwind form, then it will be complementary base G, C. Here A is there. Then you have to write uracil. That is the difference, because before in replication, that is DNA duplication. That's why A is the T only I write, or T is the A I wrote. But here in mRNA synthesis, A is the uracil you have to write, T is the mean A only will come, and here G means C will come. Then here G, then C, C mean here G, A mean you have write U, and here A, and next C, next G, and U and A. So this is called mRNA synthesis. This mRNA synthesis will occur in nucleus. If you consider, this is a two part. One is nucleus part, another one is a cytoplasm. So DNA exists in the nucleus, RNA exists in the cytoplasm. So this is RNA part. DNA replication occur in this nucleus part only. This DNA will convert into replication part. So mRNA exists in the both, because after conversion of this mRNA will shift to the cytoplasm. There only the protein synthesis will be takes place. So here transcription, replication. This is a transcription. This is translation. Total 3 words. Replication occur in the nucleus only, transcription occur in the nucleus only, but translation occur in the cytoplasm. So that is also one of the important thing. Next, so now mRNA synthesis is prepared. This is one of the genetic information carried out from the DNA. This mRNA utilized for the protein synthesis. That is called translation. Transcription means what is that? The coding of language from the same language, but mRNA is coded for protein synthesis. That is another language translation, that is a small change within the same language, that is transcription. Between the two languages, that is translation. That is called translation, transcription, replication. So now I will discuss about the translation. Translation means what is it? mRNA carries the information from the DNA. Based on this, a particular amino acid will combine together and form a polypeptide. That polypeptide only is called proteins. So total how many base pairs are there? Codons mean what is it? A sequence of 3 bases. That is called codon. Codon mean what is it? Sequence of 3 bases. 3 nitrogen bases, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil here. Okay, because thymine will not there in mRNA, that is very important. So keep in mind, in codon thymine will not have. Next, these codons total how many are there? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil. Total 4. 4 power 1. Then total how much? 4. But total how many a naturally occurring amino acid will combine to form protein? 20. So to identify that amino acid to protein synthesis, how many here nitrogen bases are there? 4. That is not sufficient. Then if you write for 4 power 2, that is called how much? 16. This is also not sufficient number for the amino acid. If you write for the 4 power 3, then it is how much? Total 64. Then it is more than the 20 amino acids. Based on that, it indicating that each base pair, it means for example consider AUG. This is one base pair. Like this, total how many base pairs we will get? 64 base pairs will be get. But how many amino acids are there? 20 amino acids. So based on that, what we concluded, one amino acid may having the more than one base pair sequence, or that codons. But in the total 64, 61 are codons utilized for protein synthesis. The remaining 3 is known as stopping codons. So what are the stopping codons? UAA, UAG, UGA. These are the stopping codons. keep in mind, remembering very important, what are the stopping codons, what are the starting codons. Starting codon, this one, like August, remember, AUG. This is starting codon. These are the stopping codons. Okay. So the clear information about the DNA is one of the polymer with the polypeptide chain, polynucleotide chain, and it is stable compared with the RNA. RNA is less stable because of at second position OH is there in the RNA, but in DNA at second position there is no OH of the ribose. That's why it is more stable, and due to this hydrogen bond increases, that the stability and their melting point also increases. And what is the complementary basis? Adenine is complementary with the thymine. Thymine is a complementary with the adenine. Guanine is a complementary with the cytosine. Cytosine complementary with the guanine. Uracil is complementary with the adenine in RNA. The remaining whatever is there is same as to the DNA, RNA, same. So thank you very much.